Yeah. Fucking bars, man. It's like fucking Chipotle. They're going downhill, I'm telling you. Their food sucks. They're doing the same thing every corporate company does. Subway. They get you locked into the good food. Real good dishes, And then...
It kind of sucks because I was late on Chipotle. Every time.
Hey, gonna die. I'm gonna hurt her, don't forget it. Mine sharper than machetes. Spicy like chili, got that sauce like spaghetti. Cooking this crack on this track, keep it steady.
From you, screaming your name at you. You're like, fuck, dude.
Dude, and like, yeah.
You're my biggest fan, I think.
He'll fist bump. He'll get them all pumped up. Uriah Faber looks like he's in good shape for this fight.
I hope he gets paid good, because the man fucking deserves it.
And he's fighting a killer in this fight, the one we're watching. But yeah, Chipotle, I don't know. I don't like the way they're slicing their steak up. Maybe it's just this specific Chipotle, but they... Very small cubes. It looked like cat food. I wasn't happy about it. What are we smoking today, Mike?
Oh, fuck. Nothing. We ain't got a goddamn lighter. Yeah.
We're right back.
We got a lighter.
Got a lighter.
We got a nice encore piece here.
Yeah, it's my piece. Keith Peterson, powerful neck tat. Let's get into some fight
Isn't
talks.
that the motherfucker we talk shit about?
No.
What's
I don't even
McDonald.
Yeah, fucking that guy. I hope he's been head kicked by now.
They kind of look the same.
Peter Yan is. he's a worker, man. His fight just got announced. Who is it against, Michael? Dude, I can't remember off the top of my head who it's against. Oh, I'm sorry, Marlon Morales. Morales, yeah, dude, I can't wait for that fight. I'm so excited for that fight. Guys, it's lighter flicks and head kicks. It's episode 5. UFC 248 is now upon us. Well, past us. What did you think about it, Mike?
I got a lot. I don't know, it was a lot. It was like, if I had to title it, A Tale of Two Tapes, maybe?
A Tale of Two Tapes.
I mean, and it's opposite what I thought it was going to be. If you had to tell me what fight was going to be the good one, and what one was going to be dog shit, I'd tell you. Izzy was going to put on a show. And, the women, man, I don't know. I would see that fight not being the best. And they put out a fucking banger. How many strikes? 600 strikes? Over 600 strikes?
So they threw over 800 strikes.
800.
These
600
females,
over 4, maybe?
We'll get right into the co-main event. Weili. Zhang Weili. My ultimate UFC crush at this point. Went in there and had a 5-round absolute war with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And it was an inspiring fight. I loved the fight. Man, it got me on my feet. It was hard to even score it because they just sat in the pocket and traded. Mm-hmm. The head kick, I remember specifically the head kick Joanna landed where her toes just...
And you just see...
crushed her chin.
Weili.
Yeah.
Kind of just...
Yeah.
Stiff up a little bit.
And you just see how Weili's just got a lot of strength. She's got a lot of power. She was moving her mouth guard every time she'd punch you on her mouth guard was just like falling out of her mouth. Like she was taking a lot of damage. And then the hematoma on her forehead, that was her
just
entire
kept getting
forehead.
bigger and bigger. She looked like that, like, I want to say like Megamind or something, I don't know.
Yeah. We saw the memes of the, but wow. I just was blown away with it. I had it for Joanna. How did you have it?
I actually had it for Joanna too. That's why I was waiting to see what you said.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah.
I guess
I don't know. Watching it, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think the way
it's hard.
The way you could see it for Zhang was she was just doing a lot more damage. Maybe she was like She was like it looked like she maybe was moving her a lot.
She put a big ass bump on her forehead.
She did, but that was only one punch. Really, only made that happen. It was
a couple punches kept making it bigger though.
Maybe, but the very start of that thing was like one significant strike that they did the replay on. I thought Joanna just kept the pace up more, rocked her more. I thought she won the fight.
Yeah, watching it, I was like, Joanna's doing her thing, but Weili might catch up. She might get her. That's how I kind of felt watching it. And then as I got into the fight and I was wondering who won it, that's what I thought back to. I was like, I kind of felt like she had to catch up. And then I went back and watched it. And Joanna's just so technical. She puts up good numbers every round. Yeah. She don't miss much. Everything she's doing has a purpose.
I actually have significant strikes landed on my phone of this fight because it's
crazy.
It was an incredible fight. Now. Look at this photo.
So tough.
Going into round 3 of Joanna, she looked at the camera and wiped her mouth guard with her fingers. She's such a bad motherfucker, man. So the strikes, here we go. These are significant strikes landed. 30 apiece in round 1. 20 for Zhang in round 2. 32 for Joanna. 38-38. 40-40. And then Joanna, this is where I thought she won the fight, was the 5th round. She had a great 5th round, 46
and then she, at
Zhang
the very end of the 5th round, she got in a little trouble, but she had
I'm not mad about the decision. It was a split decision,
I
so
want to
really,
see it again.
Really, one judge had it for.
But then you got also
Joanna.
Shevchenko. So who do you go with, Shevchenko, or you want to run that back? I'd kind of like to see 6, 7, 8, 9,
it won't
10.
be Shevchenko because this is 115. So really, we're thinking more like Rose or Tatiana Suarez, unless they do a super fight. But Zhang did say, if she gets through Joanna, she is open to a super fight at 125. Not completely likely, though. I don't think that's next. I would say the winner of Andrade Rose gets the next fight. I think they're thinking Rose is going to win. That. She was piecing her up. Rose, say Rose wins the rematch. I think it's Rose, Zhang Weili, and I think I'm going to do a hot take right now.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be a MSG.
Hot take.
I think they're going to give Zhang some time off, give her a vacation, and she's going to come back in November in the MSG card, and they're going to be the co-main or the main event. Write it. Take it to the bank. Bet money on it, Michael.
Main event, you think?
That's where UFC President Dana White says he wants to have Zhang fight is MSG, and they typically fight in November. So I imagine the fall she'll be fighting against Rose in MSG. That's my hot take.
I think that's you got a good chance of that happening. I could see it happening anyways. I don't know about good chance, but I could see a clear path there. You don't got to get over too many obstacles. You got to get some things to fall in place. She's got to
be on drive.
Ooh, that Faber's looking good. For as good as Peter is, look how
I think Faber
had
back.
His time.
He came back. He beat a tough guy. He was ranked 10 in this fight. It was a great. Dude. So shout out to those two women, warriors, absolute warriors. The main event, on the other hand, I will say, what did you think about the walkout?
I didn't really care about it, to be honest. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. It wasn't enough for me to talk about it. I feel like he wasted his time.
What's weird is when only one person does something unique. It's It just seems weird. It just
He is
seems
the
really
champ, though.
weird. So he comes out. He is the champ. Okay, I don't really care. It's not whatever. It's from. But did
It
you?
was lame though.
It was for his cat.
That makes me hate it.
It was for his cat.
That makes me
So head
fucking
kick that
hate it.
idea. Head kick the cat. The dead cat. Sorry.
Fuck it.
Sorry, Israel. But that's
That
what it
cat
was for.
name
Let's
was
get into
probably
the fight. What did you think?
Brendan
What did you think about the fight?
Um,
Did you say the cat's name was Brendan Schaub?
Yeah, that-
Dude, it totally was. Fuck
Fuck
that
that guy.
asshole. God damn it, dude.
So
did you
I
hear
have
him
you
try-
all winning that.
Did you hear him say "Will we Jing Lang"? They have a video on Twitter. It was like Schaub fucking her name up 30 times in a row. Not giving a fuck. He just sips his coffee. He's got a Supreme hat on. A Supreme hat,
amazing.
and he's wearing his own sweater that says "Thick Boy." He's like, "Thick boy. I like being fat." All right, fat and dumb. Cool.
So yeah, Yoel, I didn't. When the first round was boring, I was like, "This is gonna pick up. It's all right." I could kind of see this happening in round one. Like Yoel's a little scary.
Yeah.
Stylebinder's pretty scary.
But dude, how about
But
the
how
start of
do
the?
you get paid that much money? Do you know how much the women got paid?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Me too. I almost forgot. I'm glad I remembered though.
So Zhang wins 100 for show, 100 for win.
Yep.
And they got
Good
fight.
payday.
And they got fight of the night, so 50,000. So Zhang Weili, who is the champion of her division in the most professional sport, as we watch Faber get finished here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's not good.
See right here, he's just.
It's
Yeah.
to me, it's like
guess
it's
he got up,
professional
but it's too
sports.
slow.
They're a $1 billion company. The champion Zhang, who just went through a 5-round war, 250,000, and that's because she got the bonus and the win. Now, Joanna only gets the show and the win, so she makes $106,000 and $50,000.
Right, but you get paid on what you did last time.
So
You can't
$156,000.
get paid on what you performed.
So
You can't sign a contract.
it's just weird that we're still there, where it's like they don't really make a ton of money, but I think we're getting there. So what else do we think?
And then how much did
I
Adesanya
have
and
like
Yoel
500,000.
make? 500 and 350. I
Yeah,
heard.
but Yoel's expensive, man. He's like one of the best in the world. So, but like I thought it was weird. He came out and just stood there for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I
Yoel,
like
who do
instantly
you
was
blame
really
for the
confused.
fight?
I think you gotta blame Yoel, but also he does make a good point where he does make a good point where it's like if I'm standing in the octagon and I'm just waiting for you. I'm standing where we should be fighting, and he's like, and every time I ran at him, he'd kind of run away. And I don't argue that what he's saying there, but also it's hard to like what Israel was
I'm
saying.
glad you brought that up. I forgot about that, and I have a really good point to this.
What Israel was saying was it's hard to dance with somebody that's not dancing with you. So I was, I ended up throwing strikes, and I was, feinting, and I was trying, but he wasn't moving. So that's why the fight was boring. What did you think about it?
So to Yoel's point, when you wrestle, there's a 10-foot circle you start in.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, if you back out of the circle and 1 foot lands backwards out of the circle, that's stalling. You lose a point. If you take a shot and run through someone out of the circle, or something happens and you scramble out, that's okay. But you're supposed to everything happen there. So if somebody's just bouncing out, you're not really doing anything. That's still stalling, they say. But that's action-based. That's not UFC, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I could see where Yoel's saying that. To Izzy's point, I don't know. Because he's bouncing around and he's saying, well, he's not chasing me. And Yoel's saying, I'm here, and he's just running. I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. And how did you
ultimately
score it?
came down to, because I blamed Izzy because he's the champ. If you're the champ, you kind of got to have the balls to go out and drop him.
And he said he was going to drop him.
Yeah. Like if
But I'm going to
He's kinda
disagree. I
dropping
think
some swagger, so-
Yoel's 42. It's
Yeah,
his
but I
last
don't think
chance
it
at the
matters.
belt.
I don't think
and
it
he needs to
matters.
go. He needs to fight. He needs
Yeah,
to go
but-
fight. He stood there for 2
I
minutes.
don't think
at the
you
start
can
of
judge
the
it
fight.
on the person. I think you got to judge it on the two people going in. Otherwise, next time it happens, it's going to be something else.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's talk about the rest of the card. Dariush
Ooh,
gets a knockout
I think that was my favorite fight.
against Close.
I picked close.
You did pick
I'm
close by
upset.
decision, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, so I won that one.
He's a killer, dude.
Yeah. And that last little scramble, I'm going to have it in the beginning of the episode here. Fucking fire, man. They were throwing down. That was an exciting fight. Then we had Lee Magny. That was a fantastic. Magny looked awesome.
Yep.
He was coming off a
Neil.
long break. He was off for like a year and a half.
Did you take Neil too?
I took Lee by decision. So yeah, you got that one.
Nice.
And we both took Cowboy. I took him by decision. You took him by head kick. So we both got that. So, and I tallied up the points. I went 4-1 as far as picks went. You went 3-2. But by points, we were both at 5.
Whoa!
Because you have to predict the fight. You have to predict the fight.
I gave you a couple.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Very good.
So the news.
Very good.
What did you think about? So, a couple more things about that card. I do want to mention Sean O'Malley looked amazing. We didn't post. I didn't post our little conversation we had about Sean O'Malley, but we previously said, like, this guy is coming into this fight really motivated. He's been training hard. He looked amazing. What did you think about the fight?
We should still post it out there just to shout out Sean because we are big fans.
Yeah.
And, I mean, his hair I didn't know, but it looked good in the octagon, I thought. I didn't know about it being 4 feet, but whatever, I guess. That's all right. I don't really care. He looked better than I thought he was going to. I thought he would win. I thought it would go smooth, but wow.
Dude, the way he just
looked good.
The way he just chucked him over. He had an early teep kick that just chucked him right over to the ground like a teep kick. Yeah. And he looked powerful. The uppercut was fast. Really hurt him.
Super fast.
So shout out Sean. Darren Wynn lost, got choked out.
Very good vision. He was putting combo. He wasn't just throwing one. He was putting a lot of moves together. That was good to see. O'Malley.
He looked great. Let's talk about Khabib Tony, the press conference,
the
first face-off, the hype for the April 18th.
I like the baseball.
I like
the batting gloves. Are they batting gloves? I'm pretty sure they're batting gloves.
He was wearing wraps, fighting wraps.
All right, I've heard a couple different things. I'll take your word though, because
they're not baseball gloves.
That's what I heard.
Baseball gloves.
Yeah.
What do you mean baseball gloves?
Like batting gloves.
Oh no, I don't think so. Maybe,
I don't know.
maybe it could be, but then otherwise he was dressed like John Wick, with sunglasses, like Neo kind of. Yeah. What do you think about this? What do you think about him coming out and being like, "It's tiramisu time, motherfuckers"? Woo! He's getting mad. He was all fucking fired up.
What do you think about him wearing the sunglasses? Take off your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Khabib, take off your sunglasses.
Yeah.
You hear about that one?
Yeah. He's taking just kind of like.
Why did he put his belt down?
I think he was saying, "Come get it, take it away from me." He's like, "Lay yours down, and I'll lay mine down, and we'll, try and take them from each other." You got in this wrestling stance. The whole thing. I thought it was really significant where he got mad. He got really mad when Khabib said, "You're old." I think you're old, and Tony's like, "I'm gonna show you who's old," and he's like, "I'm gonna make you piss fucking blood," and he just slams the mic down, and I was like, I think Tony's definitely gonna give him the toughest fight he's had.
No doubt.
When someone
Who
says
wants
that,
to do it?
he's like, "I want to make you piss blood. You owe me push-ups. I'm gonna fucking brutalize your stomach." And man, he just seems so fucking motivated. But also, I gotta give Khabib a shout out when he was saying, when they were talking about street fight, he's like, "When you have street fight, when you fight in street," and Tony didn't have anything. He's like, you've never been in a street fight. You've never been bullied. He's like, "I'm from Dagestan. You grow up fighting all the time, every day." He's like, "I know everything about the street." He's like, "I'd wipe you down in the street." And Tony didn't really have much to say to that. So that was pretty interesting too. But that fight, I'm just super hyped for. I'm super hyped.
One thing that I gotta give Tony some credit. Well, not really credit, but just props to, something to look at. He's got Eddie Bravo. And that is one of, if not the best, jiu-jitsu guys out there. You can't learn from anybody better.
Yeah.
Straight from Eddie Bravo, dude. Come on.
I just like the way Tony... That's a head kick right there.
Head kick.
That's a head kick by Jan.
Thanks,
He listens
Peter.
to the show. Thanks, Peter. Pitor, or however you say it. Man, I just think the way Tony can submit from any position, Darce from other position, like the way Khabib enters isn't always. It's kind of sloppy sometimes because he's just so technical. Once he gets a hold of you, that I think his arm might be available for a fucking Darce there. But I don't know.
He's got to be looking at it and knowing that
it's going to be a really good fight, and his gas tank's going to be pushed because Tony's gas tank's incredible. So, man, I'm excited.
Khabib's is not bad though, but he hasn't been in wars like Tony's been in. So he has been in the streets, but have you been in wars in the UFC?
I just feel like Khabib is still just now fighting his best fights, like because he fought Raging Ally Quinta. He fought Conor. He fought Dustin Poirier. He fought Michael Johnson. And those are, like, really his, like, toughest fights. So, like, Tony's still up there with, like, some of his, like, this will be probably his toughest
definitely
fight.
Definitely the toughest.
Toughest fight he's ever had.
Michael Johnson ain't even in the fucking same fucking world.
Poirier's okay. Like, Poirier's
ain't
good.
even in the same... Tony would run through them all. Yeah. Maybe not... Conor could do some crazy shit, but, dude, I don't know.
I mean, Tony's beats a lot of those guys up. You know?
Tony's like I
think he's
bottom number 3 pound for pound.
I think he's the nightmare of that division. I think he's got a solid chance of winning that fight. We do have fights this weekend.
Did you, speaking of that, so their press conference happened, and,
Which one?
Tony and Khabib.
Yes.
And there was a question to Tony, something about his mental illness, and he said, fuck you to the dude.
Yeah.
You know that
I saw
one?
that. Mm-hmm.
Rodney James?
Yeah.
Well, he tweeted about it, and I tweeted back, and then he said that's a solid take. Mm-hmm. So just so you know, fucking out there, that's a solid take. Shout out to Rodney James. He knows what's up.
Shout out. He knows what's up. He knows about the pod.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I got a shout out.
So we do have Kevin Lee fighting this weekend.
You didn't even care about that. Whatever, dude.
I do care about it.
No, you didn't.
I said shout out. I said it's great.
Nah. Whatever. You probably get shout outs all the time.
What the fuck, Mike?
Move on. Alright, so
I care a lot
Kevin
about
Lee.
it. I don't get any shout out. I haven't had one interaction with any type of media member that gave me any type of recognition.
Whatever.
So I give you all the recognition you could want, Michael.
Good.
The fans are giving you the recognition. They're applauding. I'll put an applause button in there.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
I'll put it in there. I promise.
Yeah.
We'll get a good one. We'll get a good applause. Let's get it going from Michael. Sorry, I was hazing out there for a second.
Good.
The weed's good.
So,
I'm just chilling. Everything's great, man. I'm just, it's been a long
what
week.
do you want to talk about next?
I don't fucking know. I don't even give a fuck.
I guess
just kidding. We got. It's a fight.
I got some interesting.
170.
I got some interesting.
Give me some
things.
Give me some interesting shit, Michael.
Kamaru Usman's little brother. You hear about him?
Yes, he got signed by the PFL.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You're
not his little brother.
You're our PFL expert.
I want to say that.
So give me more knowledge. Well, you're the expert of the Lighter Flicks and High Kicks PFL network. So tell me more, Michael, about this.
Kamaru Usman's little brother, but his name's Mohammed Usman. He is not fucking little. He looks like...
Yeah, I think he's a weight class. He's a middleweight, I think, right?
At least.
I'm pretty sure he's middleweight.
He's
might be light heavyweight.
He looks like...
Holy hell, he's a heavyweight. Dude, he's... Oh, what the heck? Dude, he wins. I don't know. Dude, they're built different over there, man. I don't know, dude. Nigerians. Did you hear about...
He looks like a young Francis Ngannou.
Did you hear that clip of Yoel Romero where he's like, tell him, and he's like, no, I don't want to say that to his translator in the press conference. Did you see this?
No.
All right, keep him busy, Mike. I'm gonna bring this up.
All right. Well, after that, we got to talk about Korean Zombie and what he's gonna be doing next.
Dude, so did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah.
Man, 248 was so wild. Biroshinya Costa got into it with Yoel, jumped the gate. They had to pull him back. And then, dude, Brian Ortega slapped the Korean Zombie's manager.
Jay Parker. Oh, Parker.
Jay Parker, he's a musician, and he's also, like, in the same, like, networking
No, I heard it was
media
because of
team.
something he translated. You know what it was?
So this is what it is. He said that Brian Ortega released a statement, I think it was today, and it basically said, before he was
coming up, by the way.
yeah,
Morales Aldo.
that's really exciting. Before he signed to this new media, he didn't talk shit about Brian Ortega, and now that he's signed, he talks shit, and he thinks the translator is talking for him. And he actually said in his statement that Zombie came up to him and said that sorry about that, like the translator's saying that like it's part of my media, I don't mean any harm, blah blah blah. And then they go on Ariel's show and they're like, oh, you ducked. And Brian Ortega's like, I had an injury, so I just slapped these fools. So he like waited for Zombie to leave the room, like leave to go to the bathroom, and came over and slapped this guy. I thought it was a bad look from Brian Ortega, to be honest. Even if it is talking shit, I don't even think they're talking shit. I think they're hyping a fight. I think and Parker says he's just translating. He still says like I'm just saying what Zombie's telling me to say. I've never said anything. So, do you have an opinion of that?
I don't really have a problem with it. I don't think it was anything.
He said he wanted to welcome him to the fight world.
It was a little slap. It wasn't. I seen somebody being like, "You're a trained fighter." I'm like, he didn't go out there and hit him with the freaking 2-piece in a combo. You know?
Yeah,
no.
yeah. The 3-piece in a soda.
Well, yeah, whatever. Fuck him. He gave him a little slap. It wasn't the best, but he's got to hype himself up too, right? So, I don't know. Little hype.
Tell us what you think about that, folks out there. So, let's talk a little bit about the UFC Fight Night and then get the hell out of here. Let's wrap it up. This weekend, we got...
episode today.
Nah, dude, we're already at 25 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
And we lost the first recording, so we got 3 minutes of that, so we're at like 28, really.
Damn.
Now we're really at like 24. I don't know where we're at. Aldo's walking.
Oh, did
He looked great at 135.
So did you see this? I don't know if there's any truth to this. Don't listen to this much, but
Right.
I tweeted it out. I'll put it on the Flicks and Kicks page too after this. There's this guy, he's saying Yoel was clean shaved after the press conference, right?
Yeah.
And then he posted this video today with a full goatee.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the conspiracy to that is, but I
basically he's saying like his leg isn't messed up at all from the fight. He's running around, and that's an old video of him running. Clearly, that's what they're saying because he's got a goatee and he shaved at the press conference. So therefore, there's no way he could have that.
I
think everyone kind
of
gathered, but I mean the whole fight sucked. I don't think Israel
salsa afterwards.
He did salsa afterwards. He's a monster. I don't think Israel should lose his belt for that fight, but it sucked, and the crowd booed the entire time.
I think they should almost just rematch immediately as soon as they'll allow it.
I don't think they're going to do that fight again.
And you don't get paid for it. And if it sucks, you do it again, and you're not getting paid for it. So you better put out a fucking banger.
Where the fuck is this card? UFC Fight Night 170 is what we're talking about now. Stop derailing it. Main event, Kevin Lee, Charles Oliveira, who's on a streak.
Are we picking?
No, we only pick pay-per-views.
All right.
But we can pick for fun. What do we think about this fight? Kevin Lee just knocked out Gregor Gillespie out of Rochester,
And then who was it? They said they wanted Kevin Lee in the future.
The big fight they're trying to make with Kevin Lee is Israel Makhachev. That's the fight.
Yeah.
That's the fight they're trying. And Kevin Lee's been calling him out, and the UFC hasn't been giving it to him. And he made the UFC promise, if I win this fight, I get him next. It might be win or lose. Oliveira's on like a streak. I should bring up his fight record because it's pretty great. He's been on a tear as of late. And I like this fight. I like that it's a main event. I like that it's 5 rounds. We get to see Kevin Lee back at 5 rounds.
He's got a big head.
Who does?
Morales.
Morales does have a big head. What's next for him? Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, this is
Check out this episode to find out.
yeah. This is Oliveira's last wins. His streak here. He lost to Paul Felder, TKO elbows, UFC 218. But then he beat Clay Guida, Christos Giagos, Jim Miller, David Tamier, Nick Lentz, and Jared Gordon. So he's on a little bit of a run here. I think Kevin Lee, working with TriStar, working with Viras Sahabi. I'm going with Kevin Lee.
Working with GSP.
GSP too,
Yeah, I'm going to go Kevin Lee all day.
I actually really like the co-main. Gilbert Burns, Damian Maia.
Yeah. I seen somebody put out there today, they were like trying to persuade people that Maia's a Hall of Famer. And I'm like, no doubt, dude. He's
Oh,
like
no
the
doubt.
best grappler
Yeah, oh,
ever.
no,
Who's
yeah.
a better grappler?
No
Maybe,
doubt. He's a savage.
what the fuck's his name coming up? Could be.
Khabib.
No, I wouldn't. I want to go that far.
All right. Well,
I'll think of his name. He's a
McKinyo,
Bellator.
Johnny Walker is on this card. McDessie, he's also out of TriStar. So watch the fights. Get after it. Do we have any fan
UFC
questions?
fight
Do we
night.
have any fan
Hopefully
questions?
we can talk about some of those.
Yeah,
That's
well,
tonight.
We will fight. No, they're fucking Saturday night.
Fuck, I thought you told me that here tonight.
No, they're Saturday night.
Alright, thank God.
Do we have any fan questions?
I can watch them Saturday.
Do we have any fucking
I hope so.
questions?
I don't think I even looked, so.
I don't think I got any questions. I'm just gonna... Yeah, go ahead. It might have just cut out when I played the fucking video of the fight.
I
So
hope
I'll just clip it in there. I'll clip it in there. Mike, play us out here.
This is Later Flicks and Head Kicks. I'm Mike.
I'm here.
This is Podcast 5. Shoot us some fucking questions.
You get us some fucking
and,
more
and
questions.
tell Izzy and Yoel they're pieces of shit.
And Brendan Schaub too.
Yeah, fuck
Get
Brendan
on that
Schaub.
guy's page.
I'm
Let
rooting
him
for
know.
Costa. Let's go.
Let's go.
I didn't like him before, the fucking balloon animal, but Later Flicks and Head Kicks, motherfucker. Oh.